Let us discuss about the file operations and files in C. So first of all, what is a file? File means here it is referring a source of the programs to storing the information or a data in the form of bytes in the sequence. Okay, it will store in the permanent disk. So what is the time a file means here? A data we can storing the or a information we are storing in the a sequence manner in our disk. Disk means here hard disk or floppy disk. What are the permanent devices? Okay, CD disk, compact disk, the other thing. Okay. So next one we discuss about the what is the file handling in C. File handling C means here which we are create the files, okay, or opening the files, reading the files, even the manipulating the files of the data present in that file. Okay, this process is called as a file handling. Means here whenever you going to create the file, okay, we need some functions. So by using these functions we are going to creating the files or reading the files, what is the information is the file. So we need some functions. This type of process means creating, opening and reading or manipulating the data, that will be called as a file handling in C. So basically there are two types of files we can in using. The referring to save the data, we are going to save in the data or information in the C language. There are two types of file systems we have here. One is a text file system, second one is a binary file system. So what is a text file systems here? Text file systems is the most commonly used a simple text here. Most commonly used the simple text file system, okay, where we can create a text file by using the extension called as .txt. Okay, whichever we are going to creating a simple text with .txt. Okay, for this purpose we need some applications. We can use the application called as a notepad. Okay, normally we can use with the notepad application. We created dot files here, .txt files here. Okay, this information stored in your .txt when you are typing the .txt files in the text format, but is stored in the ASCII formatted. The files are stored in the ASCII formatted, American Standard Code for Information Interchange. But we can open this content whenever it can be appeared as a human readable code, that is nothing but a text formatted. So when you storing that file, it is stored in the ASCII formatted, but when you opening the file, that will be shown in the text formatted. That is called as a text format. But here some in the text file we have some one drawback is that is nothing but the lack of security. Okay, why? Because it can access anyone, a major disadvantage is, okay, then is a information is not very secured here, and the file size may be large here. The file size may be large here. To solve this type of problems, we have a different type of files operation that is called as a known as a binary file systems here. Okay, that is called as a binary file systems here. So what is a binary file systems here? The binary file stores the information in the data of a binary format, that is nothing but zeros and ones number systems. These files occupies the comparatively less spaces here. So when you comparing to the text files, the binary files are take the less space here. So information in the word, the binary stores in the same way as a hold it in the information in the memory. Okay, so same way what the text file is there, the same way, but it's stored in the format of the zeros and ones. Thus it can be accessed very easily comparing to the text files here. So whenever you going to same memory spaces will be taken here, less memory post, so it is accessed very easily. These files are created by the using extension called as .bin. These files are created with the .bin in the program, and it overcomes the drawback of the file text files in the program since human cannot read it. So this is one of the security will be there, because our .bin file will be read by the only machine, that is nothing but computer we call it. Thus that information become a much secure. Thus in binary files are safest in terms of storing the files in the C program. Okay, so these are the two types of file systems are there in the C language. One is a text file system, text formatted file system. Second one is a binary formatted system. Now let us go for see the some of the operations in the C program which we are using to a file operating. So when you are going to operating, the a variety type of functions are provided by the C program. We can view the file, read the file, okay, more the data can be stored in the file, or delete the data from the file, or search the data in the file. This type of code is a file operation in C. So what is the file functions are there in the C? For example, f open, it is used for to existing the file or a new file. If using the fprintf function, we can use by this one, write the data into the available file. Fscanf is read the data available in the file. Fputc, we read the character. Fscanf is used normally for numbers, okay, but fputc is used for the characters here. Fgets is used for character, read the character. Fgets is used for the read the character. Fclose is used for to the close the file. Whenever you open the file, that must be closed here. F6 is used for to the file pointer to insert the file position. Fputsw is for write an integer into an available file. Fgetw is used for to the integer files given file. Ftells is used for to the read the current position of the file, and read in set up the integer pointer beginning. So whenever you are using the file, one thing note it when we need a pointer variable. One of the most important to declare a file type pointer, we need a working with the various file operation with help of the established direction communicating between the program and file, so that we use the pointer variables. Okay, so let us see the a small program on the file operation.